Hello everyone, my name's Havoc, and welcome to random bullshit, basically, because, I don't know how many of you guys watch this. I think about 21 is the number of subscribers that, our Bad Horse channel has. Anyway, you may have noticed that I do a lot of random playthroughs, and don't really finish them, or rather, I say a lot, I've done 2 so far. The thing is, I've done about 10 videos so far, which is not very much by YouTube channel standards. And I haven't finished a single playthrough. And the thing I've realized about myself is that I don't like doing playthroughs so much. If I'm playing a game, I like to just play the game and not really talk over it. When I talk about something, I like to just play a random game for a little bit. I don't want to do structured playthroughs, really. So this video is, I guess, the first of those, where I'll just pick a game and talk over it. I haven't named it yet. I don't even know if I'm gonna name it. Maybe just name it whatever. Ooh, treasure goblins. Die, die, die. Oh, shit. Where'd the other one go? Nope, no, no, no! Get back here! Oh shit, I lost one.
How does that feel?
Also, this is a little loud. I might have to turn this down in a second, because I'm sure you guys can hear it, will be fine with it, because I've actually noticed sometimes when the video is loud to me, it's actually really quiet on YouTube. So, you guys will probably be able to hear it, but I am getting really overwhelmed by this. I have kind of sensitive ears, I would say. Or, not really sensitive, it's just, I listen to things at a very, very quiet level, normally. So, trying to get back on topic. So yeah, basically I'm just gonna make vlogs, or I guess you'd call them, where I'm gonna play something for a little bit, maybe talk about something, crack some jokes maybe, and then if I feel like making another video with that game, I will. If not, then I'll quit. And yeah, I think I really prefer that type of content. I'll probably still keep working on my playthroughs, but they won't be consistent. I won't, like, my Dark Souls playthrough, this is a funny story, kind of. I made 3 videos because the way I do my playthroughs is I do them in bursts. I do like a bunch of parts at once, so I don't film them every day, and then I would put them up over the course of a couple of days, which I can't really do anymore, or which I haven't been doing for a while. I can't really upload too many things because of my internet situation right now. For those of you who don't know, I'm currently living with my mother. Haven't moved out yet. I know, pathetic. You can all laugh at me. And the internet situation where I'm living is not very good. We transferred ISPs because the one we had had really horrible customer service. Okay, actually, while I'm not in a fight, I'm going to go turn down my sound a bit. There we go. That's a more reasonable level for me. The ISP that we had was really awful. Had customer service almost at Time Warner cable levels, if you can believe that. They were about as bad. Like, we had roughly 2 months where the internet would just go out for 4 hours a day, which, if you're no-lifers like me and Jake, Jake meaning Jackal, my brother, if you're no-lifers like me and Jackal, then you really need internet, because all we do pretty much in our free time is play games. We'll occasionally go out and do other things for a change of pace, but what we like to do is game. So we really need the internet for gaming and watching Netflix, and yeah, it's just not reasonable for your internet to go out 4 hours a day. So we called these people, and I'm not going to give the company name because I'm not trying to shame them, really. But we called them, and they said that they would send someone out to fix it, and that didn't happen, and so we called the next day, asked them if they could send someone out to fix it, and still didn't happen. This went on for 2 months, where internet was still busted as shit and wouldn't work wouldn't stay up. We were getting really bad lag in whatever game we played. We couldn't play League of Legends at all, which is one of our favorite games, is League of Legends. If you can't tell by the Zach video and the Poro video that we made, almost, god damn, that was almost, that was last year that we made those videos. That's pretty friggin' nuts. Anyway, so we couldn't play League at all, because League doesn't play nice if your ISP sucks. League of Legends has really weird issues with certain ISPs, and ours was one of them at the time. So we obviously got a new ISP, and they are not quite as bad, but they have a bandwidth cap on their service because reasons. If you know anything about bandwidth caps, which I don't know if this is 100% accurate because I'm not an expert on this, but I've been told by many people on the internet that bandwidth caps are completely useless. They are just used to make money because it doesn't actually cost more to connect you to the internet. Once you have a signal, you stay connected. It's kind of like having a bandwidth cap is kind of like charging people for trying to listen to the radio. Once you send it out into the airwaves, it's already there. Once you're connected to the internet, it's there. You pay minuscule fees for minuscule amounts to actually transfer data once you have it set up. This is why Google Fiber can get away with giving away free internet. Like, they give, I think it's 1 megabit per second for free, and all you have to do is pay the startup fee. It's because once you're connected, they don't need to pay anything else. It's internet doesn't work that way. So yeah, so they have a bandwidth cap, which is really annoying. It's only like 250 gigs, which if you're downloading, so Netflix movies, if you're watching in HD, one Netflix movie is like 2 gigs. So if you marathon like an entire season of Breaking Bad, that's like 100 gigs. That's, or actually I don't know exactly how many episodes are in a season of Breaking Bad, but the point being, it's really easy to blow through 250 gigs. And I kind of forgot where I was going. So yeah, our new ISP is not exactly stellar. Honestly, I'd rather go back to the old one and have it go down every day than get charged for using the service that I have. I'd rather the service be unavailable and have it take money out of not even my pocket, but my mother's pocket, because she's the one who pays for the internet. So that's been really frustrating and kind of been a damper on me making videos. I think we have a system figured out for how I could actually upload regularly. Speaking of uploading regularly, you may have noticed that although this channel is called Bad Horse or Bad Horse Gaming, I'm pretty much the only one who uploads to it. And that's because we made this being a group YouTube channel, and I don't know why I have to trigger all those traps, by the way. I just do. It's an OCD thing, but not really OCD because I don't actually have OCD. I just do it because it's habit. We made this as a group YouTube channel, and we were all going to upload things, and then I guess, and pretty much I'm the only one who has kept doing it. I don't do it very often, but I still really like to do it. I like editing videos, and I like just sitting here and playing a game and talking about things. Even if I really should try to figure out better topics for my videos. Next time. This one was kind of just going to be an update and kind of start out this new series. Yeah, so if you're wondering why that's that way, then yeah, it's just because they haven't uploaded anything. If you are watching this and you want them to upload something, please leave a comment, tell them, yell at them, make them do it. Because I can only yell at them so much. My friends will not listen to me, which is fine. They don't have to. But, yeah. I think that's all I had to say about that. It's just, it's a group YouTube channel. Hopefully we'll get more group things up as time goes on. I'm gonna really start trying to hit this hard because I really would like to grow my channel. I like the idea of having a bunch of people. It's kind of narcissistic to say I like the idea of having a bunch of people watching me, but I don't really like people watching me. I just like to entertain people. Like, The thing that I've done all through high school is theater. I don't know if I've talked about this on another video because I can't remember, but all through high school I did theater productions, and I didn't even actually act. I worked on the technical aspects. I worked on lights, I set up fly systems, I built sets, anything that would just let me be involved, basically. And I just really enjoyed that, and to anyone who's worked in theater or worked in film, it's a special kind of feeling you get when you realize that people are gonna watch what you do and actually get enjoyment out of it. It's also, you could get that from writing or basically anything where you're making something pretty simple, really, that is, or sometimes really complex. Some of the plays we did were insane. And then you get, I'm not gonna go into this because I want to finish my sentence, that way Lee or Rick doesn't interrupt me. It's pretty amazing to make something and have people really get even just a couple hours of enjoyment out of it. I love that feeling that I'm making people smile, so that's basically what I want to do with my life, and figuring out how to do that with college or doing this has been quite a effort so far. So gonna keep working on that, I guess. Trying to grow this channel, and ideally, it's gonna sound cheesy as fuck, but ideally bring smiles to people's faces. Hopefully people like what I do. Alright, first off, what'd I get? I haven't checked. Kind of an abrupt transition from that, but yeah. Maybe I'll cut it there. If I do cut it there, you will never know. Because I'll cut out what I just said. Oh, wait, I was completely... Ooh, season achievement. Yeah. So, getting on to the game. I've been playing, actually, I guess all of us at Bad Horse have. We all started playing Diablo 3 last night, and, our friend Amno Tanaba, as he's known online, or he's known by a lot of names, he always calls himself, ooh, excuse me, Uno Momento, unidentified legendary sword. I love unidentifying things. Yes, that's sweet. The Monster Hunter. Is that a reference? You guys watching this, does that look like a sword from the game Monster Hunter? Because it does to me. It looks like it's made out of like a Rathalos and a Rathian spine. I'm wondering if that's a reference to Monster Hunter, the series. Yeah, Legends of the Brawl achievement. Equip a legendary item. So, you may notice that I'm playing Diablo 3 because they released a new update that released seasons, which I was super excited for, because the thing that I really liked about Diablo 2 was the ladder system, and I never really got the chance to play it, because when I played a bunch of Diablo 2, I was really young and we didn't have internet. And I think when we did get internet, it was really bad dial-up. I remember playing Guild Wars 2. Not Guild Wars 2, goddamn. I can't talk. Guild Wars on it, and there were multiple times where we would get to a new zone, and I think I got to like level 15 or 13 or something. And we would get to a new zone, and basically what we had to do before we went out into the new zone with a group and tried to move through it was we had to go and like preload the zone, because our internet moves so slowly that it took hours. Like when we got to Ascalon for the first time, it took I think 5 hours of just leaving the computer on and it loading before we could play the game and start moving through Ascalon, because it was just such a big zone. 90s, well actually not even 90s, that was early 2000s, because I was born in 94, so I didn't even get to experience most of the 90s, but yeah, dial-up internet problems, my friends. Those were the days. So yeah, I don't think I even realized that Diablo 2 had an online play, or even how to do it back then. I really wish I'd been able to take part, because I believe I know for a fact, I've mentioned this in my Dark Souls videos, that Diablo 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. It's Diablo 2 and Dark Souls are just two games that I can play over and over again. Alright, I think I have to trigger this? I don't know. I don't think I even do. Alright, I'm just gonna leave that. I don't even care about the story, because I've... Well, hello. What? That was interesting. Yeah, on occasion I think it does that. Like, I was playing Path of Exile, and I realized, okay, I don't even care about you. Oh, wait, you're the real one. No, I don't. What, you really... You're not looking at a living version of me. Really, I am a zombie. I am, in fact, a skeleton, just like you. And you should stop judging me that way. Just because I still have flesh? Well, zombies are just skeletons. Living skeletons that the flesh hasn't rotted off of yet. So, you should really stop stereotyping me that way. Hashtag triggered. I really need to stop putting hashtags into, like, conversation. It's really kind of... I know that it would probably annoy the crap out of a lot of people. But you know what? I don't really care. I don't know how long I've been talking for. I guess I can talk about Diablo 3 a little more. So they added in seasons, which are basically like the ladder seasons from Diablo 2. You play through the game and you try to complete it. You try to complete the game and get as high as possible, and then as high as in levels as possible, and then you get points for it. And they also added in, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's basically like infinite levels of dungeons that you can go and complete, and the higher the levels you complete, and the faster you complete them, you get more season points. And that I'm really excited for because, well, it's just more reason to keep playing Diablo 3, which, although I will say I hated at first, I actually really enjoy now. Because initially the loot system was all messed up. They had the real money auction house. If you've played Diablo 3, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, well, they had the real money auction house in the game so that you could buy items with real life money, dollars and cents. And it really messed with the game because since items were then worth actual money, they had to lower the drop on anything that was not a... Basically, you couldn't get items that were legendary quality. You straight up couldn't. Couldn't get set items. I don't think there were even that many set items in the game. But yeah, for about a year, the game was just really not worth playing. There were harder difficulties, but you didn't get much for completing them. Basically, you just put on magic find gear and tried to find as many items to sell as humanly possible, and then you would take your gold and you'd go to the gold auction house, which they released alongside the real money auction house, and you'd buy a piece of gear, and it would usually be pretty crappy. And then you'd equip your piece of gear, or you wouldn't actually. You'd just put it in your stash as you went to grind more mobs with your magic find gear on. And yeah, it was pretty lame. So then almost a year after the game released, they finally released the new loot system, the Loot 2.0 system, alongside Reaper of Souls. I think it was a year, yeah, a year after it released. They finally released it alongside Reaper of Souls, and it's... Or maybe 2 years. Goodness. Was it 2 years? Holy shit. That is such a long time after the game came out before they fixed that. Anyway, they finally fixed it. Now the game is actually, you get cool stuff. Like, as you guys saw, I got this sweet legendary sword. And now with seasons and new stuff that they're adding. Oh, well, hello there, Leoric. I actually don't care what you have to say, because I've already played this, and this is not a story playthrough, so... You tell him, Templar. What's your name? I can't remember his name. I should get him new stuff. But yeah, it's actually... Long story short, made short. It's actually playable now. So... Now I've been playing the game. I'm going to play through on a seasonal character. I'm sure you guys will be somewhat interested. I don't know exactly how interested you guys will be to see how far I get, but I'll probably make a video showing off how far I get in the season. Maybe I might make a hardcore character, and that That might actually make for an interesting playthrough of the game if we all made hardcore characters and played together, because hardcore is just really, really intense. I love games with permadeath. In fact, I actually was going to make a series where all I did was play games with permadeath because I love them so much. I love the idea of, like, it adds this wonderful bit of tension to the game. To be able to die at any time and lose all the things that you've worked for. It also makes some games really, really grindy, but that's okay with me because I really don't mind grindy games. I'm gonna click this bitch now. Place the crown on the Skeleton King's head. Honestly, they made him cooler too. I'm gonna talk over this because, like I said, this is not a story playthrough. If you want a story playthrough, go find someone else. Sorry. And now we get to wail on him for a little bit, because this is normal. No, actually I'm on hard difficulty, but yeah, Leoric is not the hardest person to kill. I call him Leoric. They call him just the Skeleton King on this. Excuse me. Which reminds me of Dota 2, because the Skeleton King in Dota 2 actually got his name changed because Diablo 3 also had a Skeleton King, and they had to change it or else get sued by Blizzard. Which kind of made me upset, but honestly, the event we got out of that was so freaking cool that I think it was for the best just because we got that event. I don't really like the way Wraith King looks. I think I prefer Skeleton King, but the event was just super, super fun. Like, honestly, if you guys ever become game developers, in my humble opinion, I'm not a game developer. I'm not professional. I just love games and really like talking about game design and stuff. If you guys want to make a really cool event, look at what Valve has done with their games. Like, Team Fortress 2 and Dota 2 are free-to-play games, and they have the coolest goddamn events. Their events are cooler than most of the MMOs I play. Like, freaking for the Wraith King event, for instance, they contextualized, I think contextualized is the right word there. They contextualized the Wraith King's change from Skeleton into Wraith King with him, like, ascending, basically, and becoming the Wraith King from Skeleton King. And you fought off these hordes of enemies with limited heroes and slightly changed items. And it was just fun as fuck. It was so much fun. And at the very end, you had this huge boss fight against the Wraith King, and he could basically one-shot you, so you had to, like, itemize for it and he built a whole bunch of divine rapiers and shit. It was amazing. And we've just killed the Skeleton King and get all this lovely loot. Ooh. Alright. So, I think I'm gonna leave this video here for now. Since I'm sure some of you will be curious, let's identify this legendary helm. Well, it looks pretty sweet. Oh, it's a broken crown, of course, yeah. One of the things they changed about him is they added in this broken crown that he always drops, and it's a pretty sweet legendary. Also, if I don't remember how to zoom in. I bet you it looks pretty sweet, though. Yeah, from what I can see, it looks good. Anyway, I think I'll end it here. Got 2 legendaries to show off to you guys. Talked a little bit, had some fun. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, share, whatever you do with those things to help the channel grow, because I'd really like to have a larger audience and make better videos. So, also, if you have any way you think I could make this better, please tell me. Comments are they're for my benefit, basically, so I can make my videos better. Anyway, thank you, and have an amazing day, you guys. See ya.